Hello and good afternoon. It is time for the real, the final last Oakland esports stream
I think
of the school
we
year.
we might have said
We have been
that.
lying a lot about what is the last stream, but today is actually the last stream, and we have a treat. It is the MHSEL Overwatch 2 Grand Finals for spring 2025. It is Coach Ori and Stev on the mic
What's
bringing
up?
it to you guys as we have Novi versus Utica. See who comes out on top and takes home that state championship.
So yeah, not non OU esports team playing today. It is
Yeah.
the high school event that we did do the main chunk of the finals on over the weekend.
Yep. This past
It was
Saturday.
on Saturday. Cool event, good times. I was very tired. I think a lot of people were after it.
Yeah.
It was a long day.
It was quite the long day.
So
Quite
we're a
the
few
long
days later,
days.
bit of recovery, and now we got Overwatch.
What a better name a better game to close out our final stream of the year with, right?
Oh, I can name several.
Oh, okay.
This game is whatever.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited.
It's Overwatch is fine right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited because honestly, over the past few years since we've ever been running the spring finals for MHSEL, Overwatch has always been featured at the championship
Yeah, it was
over the weekend.
I was
So
a little upset.
this year it was moved to a digital finals, which you know what, it's fine. There's a lot of games that are offered within that league, and I think they may prioritize who gets to go to the LAN based on who is like what are the most popular titles. So you know what, Overwatch gets relegated, I guess, which
Unfortunate for me
stinks a
as an
little bit,
Overwatch
but
fan,
you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We still get Overwatch action, even though it may not be in person. We still get to watch some fantastic gameplay at the high school level. So I think we are waiting just for this lobby to get started. But everybody is in lobby, set up. So I guess we're just waiting for that quick 3, 2, 1 countdown.
No,
And
go button. Start.
normally we're so used to knowing what the exact like game by game format is
Yeah.
for collegiate that when we are right now we don't really know what the actual format itself
Yeah.
is.
I will admit the Overwatch esports ecosystem
Yeah.
is in a little bit of chaos. Not in the sense of like things are going poorly, but there was a lot of internal in-game changes that could directly conflict potentially with formatting for like external
Okay.
setups. So like for example, hero bans
Mm.
got added internally in the game. It's a feature of the game in ranked as of
Oh,
season
wow.
16.
Okay.
And in that format, both teams banned 2 heroes for that map
Okay.
and called it a day. Whereas historically in the pro scene and what the collegiate scene has also adopted in certain circuits is the both teams ban 1 hero of different roles per map, and
Okay.
the banning system is a bit different, quite a bit different, and it's a bit too complicated to explain unless that's exactly what we're running. But we don't know if that's what we're running.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't know if we're ever going to find out. So if you don't see a certain hero, maybe they're banned, maybe they're just not being played.
Yeah.
One thing I will look out for is if there's not a single round of Ramacha being played, I got to assume he's been banned in some format because he is way too good right now.
Oh, okay. Got it. Was there like since on the Oakland esports side, since our team finished up their playoffs run, has there actually been a balance patch that's come out since then?
So when did we finish?
Would have been around like mid-April.
So I believe
It's been about a month. We'll say like roughly a month.
I believe the season 16 patch did happen after.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact date.
I wonder if they played that down at the NACE Grand Finals LAN or at a
Perhaps.
CCC. Who knows?
I know Ram was already in a decent spot back
Yeah.
then. So, but I think Mauga has been nerfed more since then. Orisa
Nerfing-
has been buffed.
Nerfing
since
the
then.
coolest guy.
That
Okay.
is the most insane take I've ever heard from you, I think. I don't like that character at all.
I think he's as a spectator only.
It's
He's
the most
pretty
boring
cool.
comp.
Well, I bet as if you're playing him, but as somebody who's
No,
spectating,
even watching. I've
I don't know.
as someone
he's
who
pretty cool. He just runs
in the pro circuits, I have watched several iterations of Mauga meta. Not a single one of them is entertaining.
To each their own, I guess. I like it because he just goes in, he does the tank thing.
You see, you know what he does? All right, I'm gonna be Mauga for a minute. In both on both teams,
Mhm.
what happens in Amalgamir? He runs in, he jumps, he slams. He starts shooting the other Malga, right? So they're just staring at each other. Bang, 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 bang.
Yep.
Oh no, my health is low. Hits E, his health goes back to full,
And then he just starts.
and then they keep just shooting the other Malga.
Uh-huh.
At that point, there may be 60% ult charge in 4 seconds. And then one of them will die.
That sounds pretty awesome, actually.
And then whoever's Malga dies first loses. And that happens every single time
Every single time.
for the entire map.
Got it.
So I'll admit Malga with counterplay,
Mhm.
there's minor intricacies that could happen.
Got
or
it.
like maybe something could happen.
And it does look we are entering the game, and we've been told that it is 0 hero bans.
No bans.
So
Alright.
cool.
I better see a lot of man. As I'm not a fan of Malga, I'm a large fan of Ramatra. Ramatra's fun. I'm not a tank player,
Yeah.
and I've been playing tank
Oh wow.
because Ramatra's good.
Cool.
And Ramatra's fun.
I enjoy Ramatra when we see our tanks play him, so that's pretty cool.
He's a good time. They advertised him with because when Overwatch, he was the first tank added to Overwatch 2 since the tank shift occurred.
Okay.
And I'm seeing a Malga on my screen, which makes me not happy.
Yes, Lumi with the Malga.
So they advertised Ramatra as because there used to be main tank, off tank, like sub roles within the tank role.
Yeah.
And then obviously when you lose a whole tank player, that doesn't exist anymore. And so they advertised Ramatra as what was called a tempo tank, which we've never heard that phrase again since his reveal trailer.
That's crazy. Oh, and it does look like. Oh, I thought for a second that we did see what looked like a Roadhog on the Utica side.
They were
Utica is
sitting
in
on it
orange,
for a little second.
but they switched to Orisa.
But on the Orisa is strong right now. She kind of just doesn't like it.
You know, she didn't really feel like she did that even in Overwatch 1 when I was playing her.
No, did you know that since the perks were added, they gave her Overwatch 1 shield back?
I did hear that, but it gets rid of the throwing spear or something like that?
It gets rid of her javelin spin.
Okay.
But
And that's a Malga going down.
That is going to be
and
Utica taking map 1, fight 1 of map 1.
Yep.
On Lijiang Tower, the classic starting map of all time.
Yes, that's true.
And
See a Hazard for
immediate swap to Hazard. Newest tank in the game.
We did not see too much of Hazard get play in the collegiate level, but on like the 1 or 2 instances where I did see him, I'm like, he as a kid and like character design, I think this guy is awesome.
He is really cool. A good Hazard is terrifying.
Really. What does his ult do?
He shoots a big load of. So you see, he is his crystal that he'll shoot. He shoots like a bunch of those into the air and like a big old line.
And just
then
rains
it will
down.
League of Legends style root people.
Jeez.
Is the best way I can describe that. I think in a way you'll understand.
Having a root in a first-person shooter actually is crazy.
It's a bit more than like a hard stun in
Yeah.
like the way the animation looks, but obviously that die potential from that is just it's a little
Yeah.
impressive.
We do see Novi finally started to capture that point. 60%, 61% now. Okay, they actually, it does look like Utica's managed to stop the takeover, but just like that, a clean sweep and gets rid of all of the members onto this Utica side. So now we have Novi taking the point, starting to finally start their amount of King of the Hill.
Yeah, and while this is probably the first time we've seen Hazard, I think, on this stream, I'll just do a bit of a deeper dive into his thing. So he is a dive tank. He's sort of a short-range dive tank, which is a little weird.
What's a dive tank?
Yeah, so his shift is that leap that you see as you that's the shift.
Yeah.
He can flick in the air, and that's his swipe, which does a lot of damage, does a lot of knockback. For being a melee attack, has decent bit of range.
Okay.
You see his E is that ice block, similar to a Mei wall, except it does damage if you touch it. It's spiky.
Oh, the thing that
does
that big wall he
Does some
throws out.
knockback.
Okay.
And then you'll see him go into this block stance, similar to like a Ramatra block or a Doomfist block.
Yeah.
But the difference there is he also has this sort of range in front of him where he's ice.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
ultimate. That's the
Okay, so I see what you mean now. That is actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He just drops down the purple carpet. That was nutty. And then we see a few ults come back on in that follow-up from Lumi. And just like that, we're still seeing a very successful turn on defense by Novi, and they're really starting to take this game, honestly, away.
And I don't know if you caught that there,
Or this round, rather.
This jogging Tiger, the Brig player, who was getting quite involved towards the end of that fight.
Okay.
Love to see a Brig getting, think of it, usually in the modern era of Overwatch, he kind of just babysits the other support a lot of the time.
Okay.
But you get to see a little bit of maybe what the GOAT's meta version of Brig looks like with some.
I mean, she definitely she used a rally there during that fight, so she definitely was being one of the big beneficial parts of that fight for Novi, as they end up almost it's overtime right now. So Utica has to take this in order to stay alive here in point 1 on map 1, and they do. 69, okay, 99, stopping them at 99. That's pretty good, but you know, one good fight is all Novi's gonna need to take this one home.
Ooh, I think Gianna here was looking for a nade onto Novi, ends up hitting his own Orisa, which is like free healing, I guess. So no one's gonna complain too much. I'm assuming we're gonna see the use of a nano here. The hazard jumps in. He's gonna get kind of hard CC. Can he get healed up? No.
Really unfortunate. You could tell if the hazard kind of actually ran, like kind of like got into that situation a little bit better. I think we would have seen a much better push for ending this map 1, but overtime, here we go, 99. Who is going to take that point and push game 1? Hazard in there.
Gets in. He's gonna try and jump out. Where's Lucio on the way? Can he get the touch? He can't. It's last-ditch efforts just to stay alive and keep the round going until nobody can get back in time. The soldier's gonna jump through and just get killed immediately. Lucio kind of the only hope, but not able to get back to the point in time. That's gonna be round 1 of map 1 going to Utica.
Now, do we think Jax could have stayed alive as long as that Lucio did?
No shot.
No shot? That's our Overwatch captain, guys.
I don't know.
Jax,
in reality,
the wonder.
Probably maybe a little bit. I would like to think that the collegiate player is better than the high school player. But with Jax, you never know.
It's true. And you've played with Jax, and you've observed Jax's gameplay for many years now.
He's on Juno now. But when on Lucio, the beat hits all 5 players, then he's better.
Oh, got it.
That's gonna be my criteria. Pulling me back on the Mauga, making me sad once more. Utica's still sticking to that Orisa comp.
Yeah, it looks pretty much just like the exact same set of 5 characters for this Utica side.
E-Man with some Sojourn on Sojourn violence, ripping the head off of, but will get traded out by who?
Is that Coup?
See, the Malgus lives, then so does the Orisa.
Malgus didn't live there. I don't know what you're talking about.
For way longer than he should have. And B-Man's gonna get out of there. So we're seeing a few swaps. I don't know. Was Jogging Tiger always on the Kiri?
I do not believe so. I don't believe they were on Kiri.
Kiri Juno.
I think Blank switching to this Reaper. That's definitely. I don't think they were playing Reaper, were they?
I don't believe so. Reaper into the Orisa is not. I mean, Reaper's kind of just like a tank buster.
Yeah.
Sort of setup. So
when he's just got shot, he's got a bunch of, got 2 hands, 2 shotguns.
If he's able to exist in front of the tank and not kill immediately, then he will eventually just delete the tank's health bar.
Yeah.
But struggling to play into that range to me.
Yeah. You kind of can tell he is just the Reaper is really just shooting haphazardly, just trying to land some like pot shots because they know the moment they have their ult, right? That's when they can jump in and do Reaper. It's Reaper time.
Oh yeah, you see, you TP to some sort of flank, maybe it's a high ground, you drop down, you hit the entire team dies.
Yep. The
classic Reaper gameplay right there. But looking over on the Utica side, we got Sojourn already. The Kiri rush comes out, Sojourn slides out, just avoiding that Malgus slam.
Good use of that slide in a defensive manner.
And opts to not spend, as I keep clicking the wrong team to watch because whichever team I'm on seems to lose the fight.
Yeah, this is like one of those broadcasts where we actually can like easily switch to one of all 10 players and be like, this is fine.
Yep.
Normally we're stuck to F1 through F5, right?
Yeah, well, can watch the other team that OU's playing. We just
choose not to.
it's less frequent because it's not OU. Why would we want to watch not
Exactly.
OU when we're OU? Whereas ult comes through, not gonna get too much. Maga ult gonna shield off.
Oh, but that's
But
gonna.
the
Oh my gosh!
But B-man.
I cannot believe that
sorry.
Mauga stayed alive there despite being body blocked on the run by Orisa.
And I'm actually amazed the Mauga's still alive because they were antied by the
Yeah, they were.
and we're at like 20 HP.
No, they had like 2 HP by the time they actually made it into onto the point.
I don't know if Akiri Suzu came through there.
By some miracle something happened.
They are alive. And we have the Juno ult online. We have Sojourn ult ready to go. Arkeo on the Sojourn on the Utica side. They'd opt to spend their ult at some point. Not denying her ult lines at the moment.
Yeah, honestly, and the Novi team really doing a solid job bringing this up. Point 2, really starting to bring it back here. They really did not have a really good opening to this second round. But right now, starting to bring it back. Finally, starting to get a little bit more points, 75 plus, as we head to the last state, for last part of this.
Ooh.
And they are doing a really good job. Oh, the
stops to try and
cat.
face tank the cat. We'll go down. Cass does have a lot of damage reduction.
Oh, when they're walking.
In the high noon.
That makes sense.
But I don't know.
I don't think there's a way though
Utica's
that
gonna be pressed to touch the point here.
Yeah, I don't think Utica's actually gonna be able to touch this point here. I think we are
Swaps to
seeing that we see Orisa going through high water to get it, but it's not enough, and that is point number 2 on map 1, going over to Novi. Staying alive, not going down in this game number 1.
Close game.
Yeah, this is what you want to see, right? You always want a nice. You actually do want you want the finals to not be like a blowout.
Yeah, true.
You want it to go the mile, or you want it to go like the distance. You want it to go like all the miles.
Seen a Zarya, which I have not seen a Zarya in a while because, as I said, in ranked nowadays there are hero bans. For some reason, Zarya like permaban.
Really?
I'll be honest, my rank not what it used to be. So I'm a bit lower down there.
Got it.
And in the lower elo, Zarya, not a fan of Zarya, a lot of people. Also, Sombra permaban, which makes me upset because I'm a Sombra player. Like,
Sombra?
I do enjoy Sombra. I'm a rare Sombra enjoyer.
Sombra's like the coolest character in the game. Actually.
That's an unpopular. I share the opinion, but it's an unpopular one.
Yeah.
Although Zarya's gonna go down pretty quick. Zarya is one of the tanks that Ariba can be pretty brutal against if she doesn't have the bubble.
Oh my gosh. This Mauga cleaning up shop right here, going right to the point to be there when we capture it, and the timer is on. Can Novi do a technical reverse sweep here in map number 1?
It technically would be map 1.
But you know what? D.Va Online definitely looking to try and bump, make some pretty nice plays here.
Man on the Sojourn, just headshot the Tracer. That's a hard character to headshot.
She's got a very tiny frame.
Small. For another regular flitch. Oh.
Trying to heal back up, taking a little bit of some stray shots here. Oh, gotta find some cover. E-Man sliding around. Mobile.
Does he have the double slide? E-Man does have the double slide perk online for Sojourn.
Must watch Crowley.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Crowley is a little crack.
All right, getting 40% on the first exchange, not bad. Now we see Utica starting to put a little bit of offensive pressure, right? They've got the point ticking up for themselves, and now they are guarding that main entrance into the building, trying to make sure that Novi is stuck in no man's land.
Yeah, they're gonna push up and try and hold the choke point on the door here. I haven't put too much on the perspective of name here on the casting, but in the kill feed has been very active. I do just want to point out that Utica now looking to play a bit more into the actual direct counterplay to the Mauga with the D.Va.
Okay.
Find the shot on the Kiri.
Man,
just on the other side of the shield. D.Va bomb's gonna go off. Sort of a lamp. A nano. I don't know if that was a needed nano, but it'll finish the job off faster. So I guess fair enough.
Okay.
Actually, Ana now has a perk that when it's a third level perk where when she nanos a teammate, she nanos herself.
Oh, okay.
That may have just been a nano glitch.
That's crazy.
Not the onsen.
Ooh, and get that cast again, hunted by Malga, but Malga instantly is going to have to be retreating away because Diva was just there to say, you can't hit my DPS guy.
I mean, the defense matrix does absolute work against Malga specifically. Is that high noon gonna find at least one?
Oh, stunned? Not gonna
matter.
Does not get punished. And right now, Utica just looking so good. And finally, name taken down here. But is it enough for this Novi team to actually take the point and stop this Utica march?
I mean, they're taking up to 92. Doomfist being selected, maybe to just try and be that stall character.
Yeah, try to get there fast. And, you know, he gets on, but
he's going to get the touch,
but
he's going to be slept, he's going to be dead.
Overtime. Oh! This is so close. Novi has to try and just stay alive, but Mowgli goes down, and that's going to be map 1 going over to Utica in this grand finals. Honestly, that was a very entertaining first map.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
I mean, that's what happens when you get just one of the best maps to just watch for capture the point.
Let's see, let's play the game. What's this? Oh yeah.
This is gonna be that triple kill, and then this is gonna be when Malga tried to push up too.
I don't know if it'll go that long. We'll see, but this is the fight just before just before. And Malga just gets deleted.
Cool. And so that's game number 1 here. Now it does. I'm not too sure if we're gonna be seeing immediately like this map that we see here, if Havana is actually going to be the next map immediately.
I guess that's fair. I don't know if it's a set you have to play a specific game mode for game 2.
Yeah.
That used to be a common format. That used to be the format, but in recent history, it's been you can kind of pick whatever game mode you want. You just can't play the same game mode twice.
Okay.
Unless you go into like some drastic like overtime because there's like draws or something. But
Havana, correct me if I'm wrong because it's been a while, because Havana was a new map with a game mode right as I stopped playing Overwatch.
I mean, Havana's an escort map.
That's what I thought. I was like,
So
isn't it an?
It's not a new game mode necessarily. It was. I mean, escort existed.
Yeah, well, not like a new game mode, but it was like I don't remember what game mode it was tied to.
It was an escort map, or is an escort map. It has
Is it capture a point then escort the payload? Okay, so it's not like King's
a
Row.
Gibraltar or a Rialto.
Got it.
Havana is historically, as we see, there's King's Row, as you said.
There we go, King's Row.
We've seen a lot of King's Row, so I'm going to talk about Havana for a second anyway. Popular map for a Widowmaker.
Yeah, I remember the little bit I played on Havana. There's so many.
It's got a lot
of like so many angles.
There's a lot of long angles on the Havana specifically. The spawn has been changed slightly to make Widow, like the first point has been reworked slightly. The map, I think, entirely had subtle rework similar to like Gibraltar did a while back. But so it makes Widow a little bit less annoying to deal with. Still annoying because there's a lot of long angles.
Got it.
Yeah, but King's Row, classic, hybrid.
Scrims Row.
Scrims Row. Would we be treated to the Reinhardt duel on King's Row?
That'd be crazy.
Probably not.
No.
But it would be fun.
Is Reinhardt even pretty meta?
No.
Never.
He had like one season at the beginning of Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
Because they're still trying to like figure out tank balancing and like obviously because they buffed a lot of the tanks, like a huge amount.
Yeah, because they went down to one tank.
Yeah, because of the solo tank. And Reinhardt was very, very strong.
He was a societal menace for a season.
I think like season 1 and maybe a little bit into season 2. But I think season 2 of Overwatch 2 was pretty hard to risk meta back then.
Got it.
We also didn't have the tanks in the game, such as Ramatra or Junker Queen, back then. But yeah.
All right. Well, it does look like both teams are choosing their sides, choosing their characters. We're going to be getting into this momentarily, and we'll see what we get for characters.
Yeah. I mean, we're sitting in Novi, on defense, looking to rock Sig with Baptiste, classic. And sitting in the spawn, we have Ziku on Orisa. Some Lucio Bap action.
Don't put words in my mouth.
That's a good time. Yeah.
No nonsense.
See what's going on.
Copy.
We have game audio
No game audio.
at the moment.
I don't believe so.
5, 4, 3,
I can hear it. As we are starting around here. Alright. Ziku on the Orisa gonna push up. Speared Sig straight into that wall. Lamp forced. He's just gonna push up right past the shield. Lamp's still alive, gonna keep those people alive. Javelin just misses. Manages to get the bat, that's a big pick. Lumi gets the trade onto the cast. And Ziku's gonna fall, but also traded out. It's still an even 3v3. We're waiting. What's happening? Ult's online? No ult online. Only second fight here. Rock comes through. Orisa's very low. Makes it out just alive. She can live that. Lamp from X-Lol. Good name. Javelin comes out. Now it's Novi's bat that's gonna go down, but oh, that's Name with a big double kill there. It's traded, but I don't think Lumi on the Sig is gonna be able to stay alive here. Nope, he's gonna go pretty quickly. This is gonna be point 1 going to Utica on the attack. Blank gonna try and get out of there.
All right, so I'm back after stepping away for just a moment.
Leave me for.
I know, I'm sorry. I had to help production with a technical issue real quick. But we should be back. We should be back on that tech side. So it does look like Utica did take point 1 rather quick, too.
It was I think it took a fight. They lost one fight.
Yeah, because at borderline 5 minutes on the clock, right?
Yeah. It was a fast reset, too. We are a little bit stuck on the Orisa POV at the moment. But, ult online.
Isn't that just what
Uriel
always
gonna
happens,
through.
though, right? You're kind of always watching the tank's POV for a bit.
It's going to be high noon from Name. Doesn't quite catch on anything. Suzel's a little early for the ult, but the lamp comes out.
Oh, that spear almost got it. And the big rock throw. Because that is it Sigma?
Sigma throws the rock.
He throws the rock. I enjoy watching him get played.
Sigma, he's fun. I'm never upset when Sigma's good. Because like he is a tank that can be strong, but then also like can be dealt with.
Yeah.
He's
He's
never just like ridiculously oppressive.
There is counterplay.
Yeah. Let's see, are we able to swap pop yet? No, we are not. Darkio, do a bit of a Sojourn diff. He comes through. It does hit 5.
And best Lucio in the game right now. And oh my gosh, hunting down that Ana, but has to take out that turret first. Ziku trying to just do their best here at trying to push this Novi squad back enough so his team can just push forward. Big rock throw gets stunned, but just like that,
with a 2-man.
Oh!
There's the javelin stun.
Did that push
Yeah.
him out of ult?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, javelin. It's a hard stun. And I don't know if you caught it there. Unfortunately, it didn't matter too much that they stunned the reprod of the ult. There was a vital moment in that fight that we did see, where Ziku decided to throw the javelin into the Sigma kinetic grasp, the like vortex thing he'll hold in front of, which eats the javelin.
That's the shield, right?
Yeah, it's not the shield. It's his little like hand vortex thing.
Okay.
But seeing that was used, decided to spend his own ultimate, the Gravitic Flux, sorry, which you can be stunned out of. You can be slapped out of it. Orisa can javelin you out of it. And because he didn't have the javelin, and he was right in front of him,
Yeah.
could have been a very simple javelin hit. but isn't able to do so because they use cooldown. So it's very, very minimal thing that you don't really think about unless you really kind of know what's going on, which I'm pointing out now. That's the vortex thing I'm talking about.
Didn't look like he got anything with that high noon because he had to roll out to not get stunned by the rock. But you know what? This Yuka team managed to push Novi back a little bit, and they are moving towards that next checkpoint, and checkpoint is secured. 3 minutes on the clock to get this to that final point and secure all three.
Yep. Deal with the overclock online. Opposite take the moving, what do you call it? The disruptor shot.
Okay.
You can either take the extra charge on the slide, or you can make the disruptor shot stick to enemies, move with them. And that's gonna be a Zarya grab, which makes it kind of just a shooting gallery for, for the
Siku
Sojourner.
just falls down into her.
I believe he actually got rocked.
No way.
Rock stunned off the map.
That, honestly, super unfortunate, right? But just like this, after that game one, that map one win, Utica still looking really strong here. That's a pretty big Lucio ult here. But
the ult does come through, but the Sojourner ult is enough and does enough damage to force Novi back off the point.
Or Novi, no, it's Novi forced Utica back. Is Utica?
Novi's blue.
Oh, Novi forced Utica back. You said Novi got forced back.
Did I?
Yeah.
My bad.
No, it's okay. I was thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh,
Flank. With the Genji ult, is it enough? He can't stay on the point. It's
Was that a C9?
It's a C9.
See, I think finally learning that terminology and being able to watch it happen, now I see it so much more. I was like, oh no, that's a C9 incoming.
Are you aware that C9 kind of did, like the organization C9 did
Yeah.
kind of the same thing in League a little while back?
Oh no.
Like, this was years ago before I got into League, but I heard about it later. Yeah, they were going to win a game and then just forgot about their own nexus.
Great. That's my org.
It's just
that's
to
my
me,
favorite org.
Coming from the Overwatch scene and knowing how the C9 revolutionized the sort of ecosystem of pro Overwatch, to see the same organization do pretty much the same thing.
So that means it was the London
game.
So it was the London Spitfire who would have done it? Because London Spitfire that's C9's team.
Yes, but this is before OWL.
Oh,
it was. I think it was.
Okay.
I believe it was called the Apex League or whatever.
Got it. Okay, so it was pre-Overwatch League
still,
Season 1.
Yeah, and it was still
Cloud9.
Cloud9. It was still like org games.
Got it.
NV, NRG might have been around back then. I don't know. Stuff like that. So yeah, and the Cloud9 roster was they would just walk off the point.
Gosh,
like
of
a
course.
lot.
Of course. But it does look like we are about to start.
I see a Widow.
The second, it's going to be Novi's attempt at taking.
Oh, dangerous. Oh, again. Why is the Ana still there? That Ana should not be sitting there. This is so dangerous.
To be honest, this Ana could be.
The movement is.
The Ana's kind of going crazy with it if you really think about it.
The movement is schmoving. Oh my! Just take the shot. He was there. Oh no.
Oh, tagged with a poison dart.
I believe it was the just being shot by Ana. Is he gonna swap now? Probably gonna swap. Surely. Not gonna swap.
Goes for heals.
We do see the ram finally.
And it's Lumi hitting that Ramatra, and still. Gets just a body shot. Not gonna get much, but oh my gosh.
Oh, the Ana wins the sniper duel. Insane.
Crazy.
And now that gives the Utica squad just full reign to move up. Fun fact about Widow, her just kind of existing in the map makes everyone on the other team just have to play
a little bit
so much
safer
safer and be so conscious that she exists.
Yeah.
Which makes it very annoying. It's like you can't just sort of sit on an angle that you would normally sit on because you're like, oh, I might just get my head ripped off.
Yeah. Man, this Utica squad playing some incredible defense, making it almost impossible here for this Novi squad to advance past the gate, right? They're stuck at the bus.
Yeah, and now D-Man does finally swap off the Widow onto that cast. A bit more consistent, more closer range damage. You know, speed boost coming through. Oh, but he's gonna get forced out by that. Zarya. Zarya ult.
Stuck in the gravity well. But is it still?
Ramsey's in the back line. Uses the ult, but really can't get much done with it. Isn't able to get healed.
Five-player kill streak here for Ziku.
I don't think Ziku's died this round.
Ziku is going absolutely crazy, saying, this is why this character is banned at your elo, dude.
This is why Zarya no longer exists below Diamond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only a minute 40 left here.
That was a little
on the round.
The use of the Baptiste lamp from MHSEL is kind of vital, although maybe Darkio has... Okay. Never mind.
Alright. Darkio going crazy with these headshots. Just absolutely...
That could have been so much worse. Those weren't headshots, by the way.
They weren't?
That was just nano boosted and Kiri ult.
So he was just absolutely, like, stimmed up.
From, or not, no Kiri ult, I'm sorry. No, that didn't exist. I don't know if the lamp... No, it was just nano boosted overclock.
God. 1 minute on the clock. Lumi trying to make something happen with this hazard play, jumping in, and we are finally seeing Novi touch the point, and is it enough?
It wasn't. It will definitely be enough. It did cost 3 ults.
There were a lot. They had to burn so many resources to just not go down 0-3 here.
Wait. Oh, yeah, you got... She's trapped.
I don't think he knows. Now he knows.
It was such a good wall, he didn't even know.
He didn't know. Gotta jump back to safety.
Oh, see, that's a little scary with the Sojourn disruptor shot, that like it sticks to you, but people aren't used to it being stuck to them, so they'll jump back towards their team for help, and then now it's just hurting all of their team.
Oh, so is that that ball that Sojourn shoots, and it kind of like just sits in a spot? It
Yeah,
actually
normally it will
stick
just
to people.
exist. So if she takes the other perk that isn't the extra slide charge.
Oh, okay. That's why I've never seen it stick to anybody, because in my Overwatch viewing experience, it is just probably going double slide all the time.
It is the better perk. The double slide is just that good.
Yeah. I mean, movement options in a shooter is always much better.
But obviously the disruptor shot perk does have its uses.
Yeah. Oh, the purple carpet getting rained down. But is it enough? Lumi not able to, only able to get one. And it's just the Cassidy going down here.
Go again. Nano boosted overclock.
Oh, and he's missing every shot.
Unfortunately, not quite as accurate that time.
You know, there are a little bit too many angles, a little bit too much movement option.
Oh no.
The Roadhog.
The Roadhog is here.
I am a former Roadhog main, actually.
So
Overwatch 1.
As much as I don't like Roadhog.
Is he good?
D-Man's going to kill Xlol, by the way.
There's no way Roadhog's actually good.
He's not very strong, like, in a vacuum. Into this comp specifically, other than, like, the Mei, you can't really do much to him. There's no anti, there's no, like, super hard CC to stop him from healing. There's no shield to, like, block hooks. Like, the hazard will just get hooked every time. See, the Mei wall does come out there, and that is the one option, and it does work actually quite well.
And that poor Roadhog got pinned into the corner and just...
And it looks like Novi might be able to push this in.
Does look like that. And honestly, a much cleaner point play going from point 2 to point 3 than from what we saw taking point 1.
I'll be honest, I don't think the cart stopped moving.
No.
Really, through that second point.
As they're chipping away from that top.
Wait, the hazard primary fire will look like it does no damage, and then all of a sudden it'll just like two-shot somebody.
Really?
It's like a
that's
shotgun.
Going to chase down that Orisa, and that's going to go for the Cassidy. Gets the Cassidy, 10-player kill streak. My gosh, Lumi is going crazy right now with this. And honestly, I think this Novi squad might be able to just waltz this up to the point, and there's nothing that can get done. But it does look like Ball is here. to try
ultimate
and
stall hero. Oh, he goes down. Oh
gets
no.
the kill on B-Man. Ball just gonna push people back. Sombra flashes out of there. Ball slam, just mowing down Lumi's health. Oh my gosh, Ziku could be the hero that this Utica squad needed.
These are big staggers too.
They're only 6 meters away.
I think there's a world. Actually, I don't know because this is such a hard point. Once the cart's like at this point,
Well,
pushing
yeah,
it like when the
they're
defending
so-
team is so already like established on the map, it is very difficult for them to.
They don't know Ball's here, and Ball has
Big
got
slam,
the
good
ult.
minds.
This honestly could as
Oh, it doesn't matter though. 'Cause
I want to say like this could just spell doom for Novi's attempt at taking this game. But just like that, a quick clear, and they are escorting the payload that last few meters, and we are seeing a tie. Okay.
that kind of shows you the actual like burst damage potential that Hazard has right there. I don't know if you saw how fast that Sojourn got obliterated.
I mean, it happened so fast that I didn't even notice that it happened.
They walked out of like that right side spawn door.
Yeah.
The Hazard, I think they got shot by either the Juno or maybe took one shot from one of the Novi DPS. But the Hazard jumped in, slashes him with the dive, with the leap like attack, and then just shotgun gone.
Just
absolutely
actually just
deleted.
three tap comboed him.
But we're going into overtime rounds.
Overtime round, 1 minute on the clock for Novi, 2 minutes on the clock for Utica. Now, we did see Utica do really good, really fast on this first point.
Yeah.
So, you know, they're hoping to make Lightning Strike twice, a similar play.
It's hybrid can be probably the snowbally-ist of game modes. Because, like, if you do just steamroll point 1, you're probably going to have ultimates for at least the beginning of point 2, and then from that point, you just kind of have good momentum.
Yeah.
Good tempo. So, also, we're in overtime rounds, so no more extra time. We have a minute on the clock. So
even if they if they capture the point, they don't get any bonus time.
Nope.
So it's just
if they capture
don't
in
lose.
overtime, like in the overtime bar is at the top of the screen, it will remain overtime until they get off point
got it.
for the rest of that.
All right, and it does look like Novi is the one that's on the attack first. This could be honestly exactly
Immediately go
what
for the Ana quickly here. He's gonna get
Oh,
forced out. Ana, Diva saved the Ana there. I'll be honest.
she did, but
Oh my god,
she
she's
did.
gone. They don't know where she is. Where did she go? I don't know.
She was
She's
right
just chilling
there.
down here.
So what's crazy is that Lumi, when he jumped in there, he turned he didn't see
and
Ana was on
points
the
down.
right, but he turned to the left and immediately got bumped by Diva, who just instantly went on protect my support duty.
These are really bad staggers for Novi. There's 10 seconds left. They don't really have time for a full reset.
No, and this looks like it
And with
could
a 5
just be
second
it,
cooldown
right?
on Hazard's jump, there's only 3 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah,
Is he
how
going to be
do
able to
you-
get there in time? I don't think so.
Oh my
Barely
gosh.
gets the touch, but is it enough?
Is it enough? Overtime, gotta find it. Not
Okay.
dead character models do not help the push the timer.
Nope.
And just like that, that was a excellent
So-
defense by Utica. So now all they need to do, right, is just they need to go and just get one tick and it's over.
Now, I'm trying to remember on the first time Utica attacked, they captured point 1 pretty quick, yeah?
Yeah.
So we need to see solid defense here.
We need.
From-
I wouldn't even say
from
solid,
Novi?
right? It's got to be some incredible defense here.
It's only 2 minutes.
It took them less than 2 minutes to take it last time.
That's true. You're not wrong. But it's not like they have to hold for like a full 4.
Yeah.
Like in some overtime scenarios you do see that.
Yeah.
So this is definitely doable. It's like, I don't know, you probably get on average in a hybrid on a King's Row first
Yeah.
point, you probably average maybe 2 fights a minute.
Okay.
I'd say of clock time. I'd say that's reasonable, or at least to be able to initiate the second
Yeah.
fight within the time. You get like if you lose pretty quick, die fast, you get a reset.
Yeah.
Probably got time to at least get one more solid go.
15 seconds left
so
until
you're
we
looking
get
at
this round
roughly
start.
4, maybe 5. Tries to get this here, and if they do get the stops, because Utica does only need a tick.
Yeah.
they don't get a tick, you have a draw.
Yeah. So it would just go to they'd just be going to map 3, right?
This goes to map 3 at still 1-0 from the first game.
That is
So-
crazy. And an instant and very
However,
early
I was just about to say
aggression
it.
by Utica. But
Darkio does nail the headshot, but goes down himself, so good trades.
yeah, you can kind of tell.
Oh, and Maze walled off the Diva. The lamp's gone.
Oh,
sorry,
Diva
that's the-
trapped in the ice, but gets around it. But
I think,
just
I think
like
they'll buy
that.
ults here. They do. And Moira's back in time. Okay, that's one fight down.
Yeah.
I'd say that fight just was drawn out long enough. There was just enough like staggering of the kills there too that it's wasting that bit of extra time.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really solid defensive hold from this first fight here. But jumping on the Sojourn does leave his team behind. Although is just being kept alive. It doesn't matter, not for
but
long. However,
That
the
hazard
kills are coming
going,
through.
Yeah, that hazard going down though. That is so scary if you are this
It's
Novi team.
I don't.
No,
the
but I
Utica
think
squad can't push right now.
I think though by the time Lumi gets back 2 point, right, he's gonna that ult will be ready. Be able
Just
to drop
about.
you'll be able to drop that purple carpet and really hold down
And
this
the
potential.
lamp comes through from a. This cast is gonna use that.
All right,
Just
looking at
hold
other
that pressure.
ults.
I think can cast one shot, headshot through a lamp like that, or through a window. There's that hazard
for-
ult. It goes a little wide.
Oh, he's got,
Darkio's on the ult. Do they know? He's on the point free. He's down. Are we gonna have a draw?
There's
Is this real?
I mean, at 18 seconds left, right? It's all about they have to just touch. They have to get a touch.
They have to get to the point. They have 10 seconds to do so.
We might be seeing ourselves a draw here.
I don't want to call it too early.
6
Utica
seconds
has a
left.
lot of ults, though.
5, 4, 3, 2. They've got to get on this point, or we have a draw. That's overtime.
Pull the
Is
trigger.
it? Oh, we
Oh
got
my
another
God.
tap. This is
The beat comes
so.
through. No, it's Utica's gonna make the last second. They save all their ults.
Oh,
And they're
and
gonna get the tick.
there it is, and that is game number 2 going to Utica, 2-0. Honestly, what a good game too. We've been asking for some crazy go the distance gameplay, and that's what we've gotten both games so far.
I really wanted to see the draw.
Now,
However, Utica did play that really well. You see this a lot in these overtime scenarios where there's not a lot of time left on the clock. You basically will just keep dry fighting on the attacking side until dry fighting being you don't use ultimates.
yeah,
Um,
until it's absolutely necessary that
until
you drop that.
you make sure you get the touch to force overtime,
Yeah.
and then once overtime starts, because the respawn times also get longer once the overtime triggers.
Okay.
Then you kind of just ult dump.
Got it.
You just use everything, and then not many teams can survive 5 ultimates at
Yeah.
one time, unless they also use 5 ultimates at one time. But
Yeah.
we did see that happen.
And we did that Lucio ult. It hit a lot of his
That was-
teammates.
that
It was
was
a
good.
good Lucio ult because everybody had the nice green overshield, and they're just saying, "Come at us. You can't touch us. We are getting this point."
So that's Utica 2-0.
That's Utica up 2-0. So it is potentially tournament point. I believe we are. It's just best of 5.
Best of 5.
So this is do or die, or it's win or go home if you're Novi. And honestly, these Novi guys, they'll go home because they're at school.
True.
So it's going home after the match.
We're assuming the formatting is basically the old competitive format for collegiate. I'm imagining we're seeing a Flashpoint map next.
Flashpoint.
It's gonna be Flashpoint or it's gonna
we
be Escort?
love Flashpoint here at
Do we?
Oakland Esports.
Do we?
We do. We do.
Are you sure?
No, we hate it, actually. It's our worst
Are
game
you
map.
lying to me? Are you?
I am lying through my teeth. We
no,
are...
historically not great at Flashpoint.
Yeah. It's like every single one of our Oakland Esports teams, there's one thing about each team where it's not our strongest suit. Overwatch, it's Flashpoint. Smash
Smash,
Bros, Rob.
League?
League,
Doesn't exist anymore.
full challenger teams that we're going up against for
I
League.
feel like that's a problem for anybody.
That is true. That's true. That's true.
Rocket League?
Sometimes, I think for the Rocket League team, they try to trick shot too hard.
I can see that.
But
that
that's just
sounds
what
like a very
happens.
Rocket League
That's
player
just what
thing to
happens
do.
when one of our players before he joined the collegiate program, he was a trick shot gamer.
Yep.
And then the other one was just a twos player. So it's like, you know what? We have our Achilles heels over here.
Are we allowed to talk about some OU history while we're in the break here?
Sure.
I just want to go over. We did have the CECC LAN for Smash.
Yes.
A week or so ago.
Last weekend, or 2 weekends ago by this point.
And we placed third.
Third place.
National tournament. We placed third.
Back-to-back weekends of third place.
And we were talking about how Smash has a Rob problem. Atomic, right, is the name of the player. Very good Rob player. We kind of just fell apart. I was watching that on the stream. That hurt to watch.
It did. I was watching game number 3 at a wedding.
Oh, you weren't even there.
No. I was watching it with some friends. I was like, guys, if Smash wins, we're in the grand finals tomorrow morning. And then
who would that have been? Who would the grand finals match been again?
Fisher.
Because Winthrop, who we lost to in Florida the week prior,
they lost to Arlington in losers bracket.
Okay. And Arlington also being the team that knocked us out.
They're the ones that double eliminated us the year before, and once again, they send us packing. Those dang UT Arlington guys.
Next year we come back with a stronger team. Maybe we get some raw practice.
One can hope that this summer the guys just grind against Rob only. They actually don't. They lose. They forget how to play every other matchup, but they are Rob destroyers. That'd be really fun.
I don't know.
They
just be. Is it a Rob? Is it like a player matchup problem, or is Rob just good?
Both. I think it's both. Well, sometimes I think it's just when there are the very good Rob players, right? They're very good. They're so good at what they're playing the video game.
We when MSU had
Hawk.
A twin, Hawk. He was a Rob player, yeah.
Yep, and he was
kind of steamroll a little bit.
He would, and then it was like Hawk would take half the players out, and then all of a sudden, Dice time.
Oh.
But
I feel like we do well against Dice.
Now we do. Nowadays we do.
I mean, Dice is one of the most when he does come to the occasional Bear Cave at OU. He's fun to watch. One of my
Falco's pretty fun to watch.
Plays Falco he's so good with Falco combos. It's very interesting. So one of my favorite Bear Cave sets whenever it happens, which we don't get so much anymore because they've moved on with life a little bit. But Broly and Dice, Roy Falco.
That's just
a good time.
Yeah,
that's a good Smash spectator.
That is what I think if you were on the what there was the rankings that people were making where it was community voted Schmovement and style rankings. Those are two characters that are very high on both of those lists. That if they see them playing, they're like, yes, this is just what I want to watch.
There were two matchups that I was just whenever it happens, I'm there to watch. And it was Broly Dice on the Roy Falco, or Boom Anter and Zinkus and the Falcon Ditto.
Falcon Dittos, yeah.
Falcon Ditto on Kalos.
On Kalos. So do you think we're actually going to be getting some Flashpoint here?
Well, I'm still looking at Kings Row, so maybe we might get Kings Row 2.
Yo, the map's so good they made a sequel. Kings Row 2.
Yeah, I'm assuming maybe some teams are taking some time to. I think the Novi squad being down 2-0 might be regroup.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's really the problem here?
Yeah.
I don't know if some mid-game coaching is allowed. If it is, we're probably seeing a little bit of that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think what we can do while we have this downtime, we'll cut to a quick break, guys. And I think that when we get back, we'll be right into game number 3 to see if Utica can take it home 30 in a handshake and become your state champions, or if Novi can show that they've got a lot of life left here and start the reverse sweep. So we'll see when we get back, guys. Stick around.
Power through the tournament with the high-quality protein milk provides to stay energized and focused throughout the game. Oakland University Credit Union is here to help you power up your financial game. Whether you're aiming to upgrade your gear or conquer your savings goals, OUCU has the tools you need. With awesome savings accounts, cashback reward credit cards, and an easy-to-use app, we're here to help you win both on and off the screen. Not a member? Not a problem. Visit us on campus or online at oucreditunion.org. Oakland University Credit Union, because leveling up shouldn't stop your gaming. Proud sponsor of Oakland University Athletics, federally insured by the NCUA.
And we are back from the break. It is time for game number 3. And just like you predicted, Flashpoint is the game mode, and we are on Servasa.
That's the only Flashpoint map.
No, I thought there's another one.
No.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's the only one that matters.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. I, like, actually, for a second there, I thought you were gaslighting me, and I'm like, no. I know there's one more.
I'm trying to gaslight the entire... New Junk City
Bad.
is just terrible.
All right, but we are here going into game number 3, preparing to attack. And look at these team comps. We got
some Lucio
Winston.
Fury gameplay. I love it. I hope this sticks. I love to see the Winston, the monkey.
Yeah. I think Winston's
He's fine right now.
yeah. I like seeing Winston play, even though like I hate playing against Winston, but I like watching Winston.
You have not played the game long enough because Winston is like the least annoying tank. It's
Really?
of like the somewhat annoying tanks. The least annoying compared to what's in the game now. But
Probably.
but he's very almost dead. He's gonna make that though. You were seeing what some would call the an Overwatch 1 or an Overwatch 2 iteration of what was called the 6-man comp, even though there's only 5 players in the game. Which is basically just like a full dive comp, but with like a bit more brawly, sort of like a hybrid brawl dive.
Okay.
I call it 6-man because effectively every single player on the team, back when there was 6 players, would be involved in the dive in some way.
Got it.
And it also used to be played with a Moira before Kiri existed. But anyway,
Yeah.
Utica got control of point.
Yeah. Honestly, everybody kind of like collapsed on point 1, right? Utica definitely was looking like they were in a much stronger position to really scare this Novi team off of the point.
It was some good damage, aim with some good headshots earlier. And I mean,
Over halfway done.
this is
Getting
to be honest, this is probably the last fight for this point.
You think this one that's coming up?
Flashpoint takes up faster than Control does.
Yeah.
And
Monkey on the point gets the good stun. Now we got
it's a really good Suzu saves the Genji there, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Both teams have a lot, like they're really either close to their alt or they are at alt point right now. So,
I mean, that's just
wow, that's just point 1 unlocked, or point 1 taken, and point 2 is unlocked here for
no ults used.
Utica.
We're moving on to Ruins next, I believe. A beer zone. And you know, I do like the monkey comp. However,
Yeah, I feel like we
Utica
never
does a
actually
lot
see
of
this
damage.
point. Like this part of the, because there's
it's usually never early.
yeah, because I feel like this one's always like super late. It's high noon and it's high over. That alt used, and I don't even think he really got to do much of anything with it because that tank was all over him. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to capture this first point, but just like that, they're doing it, and Novi forced off once again.
They need to get something that's going to have a bit more like presence. I think I don't
Yeah.
know if the dive's the move here, unfortunately.
Like, what's crazy is I feel like
I say
this Genji that's on the side of Novi has really been kind of like a non-factor so far in this match.
You say that, here
And
we
now,
go.
yeah, now he's ulting, and now he's in there and doing the things. But
doing Genji things. So I don't know if I didn't see Lumi use Primal, but he's down on his ult charge. He definitely has used the ult this game.
yeah,
I don't know if that got canceled early or something. I actually think that could happen with how his ult works. But
yeah. You know what? After that huge exchange and a lot of ults burned, right? We
was a
see
lot of
that Novi has taken the point, and they are moving up. They're in like such a good
55 already,
position
yeah.
right now. Starting to slowly get back up. We see that ult for B-Man almost back online, 90%. And even that Kiriko ult is really close too.
I appreciate the way you said that.
Sorry.
I said I appreciate it.
Oh, you appreciate it.
I respect that.
That is going to be now Utica taking the point and stopping, what was it, Novi, right when they needed to, right? 91%. They do not want Novi to take this point so easily.
Yeah, Novi within basically one fight territory to win this point. To be honest, this probably actually is just last fight. We're at 60 already.
Yeah,
Take up
four,
pretty quick.
almost at 4 ults here on the Utica side. Monkey going in, drops the shield,
Is immediately obliterated.
melted. Crazy, actually.
And that's gonna be point 2.
Yeah, I think so. 93, 94, yeah. I do not think there's much.
There's no touch here.
Yeah, absolutely not. And that's 2 points down for Utica. Now they are on match and series point here. It could they? I wonder where we're going. This is the one thing when we were having the Overwatch LAN in St. Clair. I don't know what observer thing they were using, but it would
he's forced to use primal.
It would shoot up and you could see where the next point was between rotations. Oh, good primal
That's
getting some.
called having production value and more than one person to be observer.
True.
Fortunately, today we're stuck with me.
Oh, and just like that,
Who's gonna
Lumen
clean
goes
up that
down.
fight?
Flashpoint is open.
Lumi was forced to primal between points here, and it's unfortunate. The fight goes long to where he gets burned down.
Yep, and that is Utica taking the first touch here. I really like when we see Flashpoint come to this section of the map.
This is
I
probably
think
my favorite point on the map.
this is a really fun one to just kind of watch the attacks because there's so many angles that each team can approach from to either start the attack on the point or to just move into a different defense manner. And wow, Darkio got such a nice shot, and now we are seeing the Utica team start to advance off the point to the point where they are now being able to halt Novi at these arches.
And we're not seeing any. We've seen one swap, Jogging Tigers on the Moira now instead of Kiri. So really going back to these Overwatch 1 roots with this comp.
Yeah.
The only difference now would be Tracer Sombra instead of Genji.
Oh,
Yeah, Genji
that's a Genji
comes
ult.
through for both sides.
Oh, and that Lucio ult to protect his team of honestly some relatively squishy heroes, right? So that Lucio ult just really destroyed any attempt for Blank trying to accomplish much with that Genji ult.
Oh, the boop into the Diva Bomb, and that's got to seal the deal.
I think we're about to see our new state champs.
I mean, Lumi's got to
And
get back.
it
Does he get
is...
back time? Does he have lead? He doesn't get back time.
Oh,
That's just
and
it.
that's
the
it.
game. Wow.
Wow, Utica wins, and that's a 3-0 within a 3-0.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think
Pretty.
I've ever seen a faster Flashpoint map
That was
in my
about-
life.
I mean, not every point was 100 to 0.
Yeah.
It's about as fast as you can see in a fast game. I do want to just point out the high IQ play from I forget who the Lucio player on the Utica side was.
On the,
It
I believe it's
either
Exelol. It's either Exelol or Star.
But there was a high IQ moment where I believe it was the Sojourn on Novi was hiding behind that little pillar.
Are you talking about the boop?
From the Diva Bomb, and uses the Lucio boop to just shoot them out right into the sightline of the Diva Bomb, which gets the kill, which is the first kill. Although I guess Lumi was dead kind of early in that fight, but secures the kill to make winning the rest of that fight that much easier. Because Diva was out of mech in the time period that the bomb's going off, so there was maybe some time there for Novi to do something big, even without Lumi.
Yeah.
But then that boop comes through, and that's the nail in the coffin, and then they clean up the fight from there.
Yeah. And honestly, it was a fantastic series. Utica really, I think, showcased arguably why they are the best high school at Overwatch in the state right now.
Yeah, high school to state champs.
Yeah, that was really impressive. With how close, or you can look at map 1. Map 1 was pretty close.
Yeah,
We're like,
went to
okay,
round 3.
this could go the distance. We might be able to. We might see game 5, and then
then
you know what?
well,
Kings Row happened.
Kings Row was close.
Yeah.
It was overtime. It was almost a draw. It went from a 2-0 into a quick 3-0. From what could have been 1-0 part 2.
Yeah.
into like 3 more maps.
Yeah. It was insane. But you know, that's a wrap. That's a wrap on MHSEL's Overwatch season. I think this actually may have been the final game for MHSEL to actually have their spring finals finish up.
Sense.
A lot of the other there might be one other game that's finishing up today. I'm not 100% certain. I thought I saw it on the schedule that they have maybe one more game. But a lot of the bigger titles finished up last week or over the weekend here.
Yep.
But that's going to be it for us.
Yeah, that unfortunately, so it was a 3-0. Aside from the Saravasa game, it was close. It was a close 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0, but close, though. You know, the classic Smash Bros. Experience. I got 3-0, but it was close.
The score does not reflect the intensity of what that series was.
Absolutely.
But although Saravasa was pretty convincing for you to go. But yeah, that's that done. I think as far as OU streams,
No. There we are for sure. For
more.
real this time. For real this time. That is going to be it. I'm not saying psych this time.
Next fall.
Next fall.
Next fall.
Next fall. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Oakland Esports broadcast of the Michigan High School Esports League Overwatch 2 Spring Finals, and thank you again for tuning in over the weekend for the state championships in-person event. It was a fantastic time. Tons of amazing gameplay was done over the weekend and even today. But we'll sign off there. And if you guys liked what you saw, hit that follow button. We'll be back in the fall with some more collegiate esports action.
We might win a championship next season.
We might win a championship next season.
It's possible. It's very possible.
It is. And we'll see.